Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I have a plan with me. I am working in my classic catch-all planner, vertical planner, and this will be for the week of July 4th through the 10th. I am planning on actually using pieces from the June subscription for the Hip Kit Club. It is a gorgeous kind of summer set, so I'm going to use some papers and stickers from that and probably mix and match a few boxes and things like that in as well. So as always, I will link everything that I end up using down below. Otherwise, I will put you guys on fast forward. Let's go. Okay, so first off, if the editing or the audio seems a little bit weird to you, it is because my computer is broken. My nice computer that I use to edit all of my videos kind of just went down this week. It just died, and so it has been mailed off to be fixed, and so I'm editing on a different computer. It's got different settings, it's using a different program, and so I'm not able to do all the normal editing steps that I would like to do. So thank you in advance for kind of bearing with me while I wait for my typical computer to get fixed and get back into my hands. But because my computer is gone, I actually can't do all of the work that I would normally be doing. So that's allowing me to spend a little bit more time playing in my planners and customizing them a little bit more. And one of the best ways, I think, to customize a planner spread, to create one that no one else is going to have, is to use your scrapbooking supplies. This is a paper collection that I received from the Hip Kit Club. I am a subscriber, so I receive their scrapbooking collection every month. And this past month for June, it was a Hip Kit Club exclusive, meaning it was designed and put together by their in-house artists. Sometimes they pull from different artists that are already out there and they mix and match, but this one is mostly from their own artists. And then the stickers that came along with this particular subscription are designed by Heidi Swap, and all of the colors just scream summer to me, but not like bright in your face summer, slightly more muted, which I really like. So what I'm doing is, I was loving these kind of diamond florals is what I'm calling them. I'm going to use them as the basis for my page. It is summertime around here and my kids are out of school. We don't have a whole lot going on, which kind of presents its own challenges. If you work from home like I do and your kids are suddenly home for the summer, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. But this particular week, the first week of July, we're not doing any different camps or anything like that. It's July 4th on the Monday, and then we're kind of chilling out the rest of the week. We have some practices and things like that, but the point of all of that being that I don't need a ton of room to write on my spread this week, which is not always the case. When I am adding scrapbooking paper to a spread, I can use it in a couple ways. In this case, I'm using this more as a background. So I'm going to pretend that it is just already printed on the page. Sometimes I use it at the bottom to kind of form a ground look if I'm setting a scene of some sort. But in this case, it's just going to be a background. And now I'm just double checking the measurements of these Happy Planner vertical boxes, and I'm using a different paper from the collection that has this orange dreamsicle color, and I'm going to cut out some boxes. So this is another great way to use scrapbook paper in your spread, is to just cut out your vertical boxes, or if you're using a dashboard planner, just measure the boxes you want to cut out, and you can just use your regular adhesive. I'm using Tombow adhesive. You could use a glue stick, whatever you like to do to adhere things into your planner. But these are custom boxes, and what I'm going to use them for is to just layer some other stickers on so I can write a little bit more easily. But especially if you have a solid color scrapbook paper that is an unusual color, something you're wanting to include in the spread, then just cutting out your own boxes is a great way to use that paper. And on a side note, if you have some scrap paper that is maybe taking up room in your craft room, then why not just cut it down to the size of your planner boxes and just keep a little box of all of these different colored scrap papers that you can just include in your planner spread. That is another awesome idea. Now I'm just going to start placing these kind of around the page to get an idea of where they might go. Like I said, we do have some things going on, and I'm actually going to pull out the Caregiver Sticker Book. This is what I would call one of the basics lines, and it has this gorgeous same color palette as the rest of the scrapbook paper. And so I'm going to layer some stickers on here. We have a couple of practices on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I like these appointment stickers that'll work well for marking those practices, and see how it really brings it together when you're able to layer them on top of the boxes. I think that would be super cute as well. Also, just a side note, you can see that on some of the boxes that I cut out, I actually left the branding strip. Branding strip is that little strip of paper that it's at the bottom of your 12 by 12 paper. A lot of times there is an extra little decorative element on there that you can use. So I like to include that in the spread just because it's a fun little pop. I found this super cute sticker, but I wasn't exactly sure where I wanted to put it. It says, "Today was a good day because," and I just didn't have a for sure space. So what I do when I see a sticker that I love and I'm not sure where it's going to go on the spread, I just pull out my sticker planning guides, mostly the custom one, and I stick it right on there just so I have it pulled out and ready to go. A few more layering pieces because we do have some games and another practice, just little things going on. It's so funny when the fact that we have 5 activities in a week feels like a less busy week. That's just kind of how life goes when you have all these kids that are sports age and doing all the different things. I would love to hear if you change your planning style for the summer. I think it especially affects you if you are a teacher or a student or a parent, then that's kind of a different season. And I know some people go to smaller planners. Teachers probably have an actual opportunity to do more decorative planning than they would during the school year just because things are so crazy. And then I would imagine that if you're a student planner, that it is definitely a whole different feel. So let me know if you change it up. I considered going to a smaller planner, but the truth is I just really like this classic size. And actually for my lineup starting in July, I changed the size of my work planner. So my work planner is now a big size. And I think I just wanted to keep one thing the same. And so I needed my work planner to be bigger because I needed to change how I was using it. So I decided to keep my classic planner the same. Now that I have a lot of the functional pieces ready to go, then I'm flipping through the sticker book. Again, this one is from Heidi Swap. I will link it below. Has, again, the same gorgeous color palette that really drew me to this paper, and some really functional stickers as well. A lot of times these decorative sticker books that are for scrapbooking lines or card making lines have things that you can use in your planner, even functional things. So I am combining some of the stickers, some of the paper pieces, it's all coming together. And I like when you use a mix of paper and stickers, you actually get some built-in dimension that adds a little bit of interest to your spread. A lot of times on the left-hand side in the sidebar, I like to do a running to-do list. I obviously don't really have a place for that because I put the paper over there. So instead, I'm going to keep my running to-do list over where it says routine things. I'll just add all of these bullet points, again, from the Caregiver Sticker book. Keep my list kind of in the middle of the week. This mostly has to do with chores, kind of weekly things that I do, but I just want to make sure that they're written out in my planner so I don't forget where they are. Another cool thing that I've seen people do when you have these kind of weekly chores or weekly things that happen is to do a laminated bookmark that you could just use, and it would mark your page and give you that list that you think is something that comes up every week. So just some ideas for some of those repetitive tasks. I know sometimes I find myself getting a little bit bored in my planner when I'm writing the same things over and over again, like clean the bathrooms on Monday, dust on Tuesday, that type of thing. So maybe changing up what you're writing and how it's functioning might really reinvigorate how you are planning. All right, so now that most of the function is done, I'm just going to focus on some of the decorative elements. I say it all the time, but I love having inspirational words and phrases in my planner. I love having it in all my projects. Words definitely just hit home with me. So having these bright pieces that say "so bright," and then I find one that talks about unplugging, switch off, and slow down. All of these things really speak to me. So I love having them in my planner. My planner is something that I check on a daily basis because it keeps me grounded. So getting to see all of these beautiful words come up all of the time is really inspiring to me throughout the week. So let me know, do you do words in your planner? Do you like the phrases? Do you like keeping it a little simple? This is definitely going to be a very full spread. Once I get all the decorative stickers in place, I do come back again with some bullet points just to add some more space to write things. There's still a ton of room to write on this spread, so I'm not super worried about having room to fill in to-dos and things like that. But the bullet points really help direct my eye onto the places that I see in advance that I can fill in all kinds of things. All right, that's going to be it for this spread. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. Like I said before, I will link all of the supplies I used down in the description box below. Down there, you'll also find a link to my Patreon account. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons. They are what make it possible for me to put out all of these videos online. They get early access, they get exclusive content, we have fun challenges and Zoom calls. There's tons of stuff going on over on Patreon, and I hope you take a second to check that out as well. We would love to have you join our growing little community. It is so much fun. All right, I think that about wraps it up. I hope that you have an absolutely fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.